God teach you how to become a hardcore soldier for His kingdom and for His glory. Jesus said was deny yourself. College students don't like denying themselves. And pick up their cross and become good religion. That ain't what it said. Deny yourself, pick up the cross, and follow Jesus. Not your way, not my way, His way. And to follow His way is that you've got to surrender to Him and let Him be your guide, your leader, your boss, everything that you need, your healer, your protector. Now some folks think they got to have a gun to protect themselves. I ain't had no gun, don't need no gun, don't care. Baby wimps and pansies carry weapons. Real men and real women don't need no weapon. Only chickens, cowards, and frightful people, scared rabbits. Of course, they got to carry a weapon because they can't stand on their own. They cannot stand against pressure of life. I don't need no weapons. But I do need the Lord. When the Lord stands with you, you stand good. Only when the Lord stands with you. But the Lord don't stand with everybody. This stuff about the brotherhood of man, that's not true. No such thing as brotherhood of man without God. God has to be in the heart of everything and anything, whether it be scientific, political, physical, mental, financial, no matter what it is. God must be in the heart, in the middle. But I know for a fact God not in the middle of college campus too much. Because college students are always telling God, I can't believe you. They use a little brain to try to understand the way of God, and it ain't going to work that way. Because it's spiritually. To understand God, you've got to be spiritual. I don't mean witchy. I don't mean full of cults. I mean spiritually, with fellowship with Jesus. You've got to have a walk with Jesus. You've got to have a love with Jesus. And as long as you walk your way, do your thing, think like you want to, go where you want to, and nobody can tell you nothing, Jesus Christ will have no dealings with you. Because He's a gentleman. He's not going to come down here and beat your brains in. He's not going to force you to live right. He's not going to force you to pray to Him. He's not going to force you to serve Him. He's going to give you that chance and that opportunity time and time and time again. And one day that chance and that opportunity is going to be gone and over. By the way, if President Obama was out here, would you tell him, Mr. President, I'm studying, will you calm down? I think he would have a bunch of security people in your head and telling you can't talk that. But then we look at the president as if he's Almighty God. What we better start looking at is go back to the way of the Bible. Here in West Virginia is known as a Bible Belt. Southern gospel, country gospel. But when it comes to West Virginia, I don't hear much about Southern gospel or country gospel. I hear complete opposite. People don't like to talk about Southern gospel and country gospel. They think the only type of Christians in West Virginia are old hillbillies that got old long hair and drink moonshine. That ain't nothing. That's just a bunch of junk. And that's not true. It never has been true. And yet West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, all these states are supposed to be Bible states. Most of them are far from the Bible. I'll tell you what they do have. It's called the KKK, Ku Klux Klan. West Virginia has them, Georgia has them, Kentucky has them, Florida has them, Tennessee has them, maybe even parts of Ohio. Mississippi has them, Louisiana has them, Alabama has them, and yet they claim to walk with a man named Jesus. They've never known Jesus. All they know is hate. And they use crosses to burn because they hate. I would carry a cross to remember the crucifixion of Jesus and the sacrifice that He did. And yet here on this nice, beautiful, wonderful day with not too many clouds but pretty sunshine, most college students here don't know the man named Jesus. You may even go to a church and be a part of an assembly somewhere, but unless your life is 100% for Jesus Christ and shining like a big old light bulb in a dark, dark, deep valley, then you're lying to yourself and fooling yourself. But we can't fool God. I can't fool God. You can't fool God. Nobody can fool God. Now, one of the biggest things that I've heard that students say over and over again is, I'm my own boss. No, you're not. You've never been your own boss. When you were a baby, your mom and dad raised you up. When you were little, your mom and dad told you right or supposed to. When you did wrong, your mom and dad corrected you. When you went to school, your teachers told you what to do. If you get in the military, they tell you what to do. If you get a job, your boss tells you what to do. If you go to a doctor, he's going to tell you what to do. If you go to church, preacher going to tell you what to do. Someone always telling you what to do. Even when you get old and gray-headed and you go to an old folks home, they're going to tell you what to do. Until that dying breath comes out of your body, you'll always be told what to do. Because there's always somebody a little higher and knows a little bit more, that has a little bit more authority and a little bit more understanding. Then the highest authority is Almighty God. But we don't want Almighty God telling us what to do. We want to tell Him what to do.
Because Rude, you're videotaping us.
That's why folks today don't walk
Public
with
property.
Jesus as they could walk with Jesus. Because they don't want to hear about Jesus. Now, if Mick Jagger was out here still singing, I can't find no satisfaction, and all you silly-dilly girls would be going to stop making crazy. And all you guys be right behind waiting for them to get messed up so you can mess them up. You and I know that's a fact. If you carry a sign saying free beer, there'll be a line 10 miles long waiting for that free beer. Hey, want that free beer? How about free Bible? Now, we don't want no Bible. It might hurt our mind, fill our heart up a little bit. It might make us think, might cause us to fill upon our soul. See, what I want you students to understand today is there's nothing wrong being a college student. That's not the problem. The problem is staying a sinner. That's the problem. And when a Christian tells you that you're going to sin 24/7, they don't know Jesus of the Bible. Because Jesus of the Bible does not teach no such thing. He has never said, okay, I love you, keep sinning, keep sinning, keep sinning. He said, don't, stop, cease, quit. Don't do no more unless something worse happens unto you. But they don't want to hear about that Jesus. They want the silk gospel Jesus. They want the Jesus that walks to the lily pad and don't tell you nothing. They want the Jesus that looks at sin and ignores it. Jesus does not look at sin and ignore it. Jesus brings the sin up and lets you know, hey, you don't have to go this way. You can go His way. Because when you go Jesus' way, sin's out of the picture, or supposed to be out of the picture. And yet I have heard many times in churches, now you can be a Christian and be a sinner. That don't make no sense.